Hello, welcome to our panel discussion on higher education provision within our School of Tourism, Hospitality, Hair and Beauty. And today I am joined by three of our course directors who manage our foundation degrees in a range of very innovative new programmes that we've developed recently. So I suppose today we're going to look at, first of all, our new provision that we introduced for the year of 21-22. Two programmes that are the first of their kind in Northern Ireland. And I just want to know from Sarah and Kathleen if you would like to maybe introduce yourselves and also tell us what is so unique about these two new programmes and why did the college decide to develop them?
Okay, well, my name's Sarah and I'm the course director for the professional practices in culinary arts. And one of the key elements for us to develop this course was we found that the progression route for level 3 students going forward was somewhat limited. We also had to take into consideration our locality, being a rural area between Dungannon, Omagh and Enniskillen. And we looked at what progression routes were available to students and decided that we could create something that matched their needs and matched employers' needs for the area.
Because I suppose for the culinary arts, Sarah, this was the first time that any student who had done a professional cookery qualification could progress from their course to a higher education course.
That's right, yes. We many years ago there would have been the level 4 provision, but that has been off the table for quite some time. So our students consistently asked, what else can we do, where can we go, what are there other courses we can undertake, and again primarily we're thinking of the leadership and the management aspect of culinary as well.
Okay, and Kathleen, then your programme is the foundation degree in hair and beauty management, and both these programmes are accredited by the Open University. So why did we decide to develop this particular programme as well?
There used to be a higher national diploma, a HND, and then the warden body had stopped running that, and then the college decided to write their own foundation degree with the Open University, and then the Open University had to validate it, and so now the students can come on and study on this level 4, level 5 programme.
So the students in level 3 hairdressing and level 3 beauty can progress directly into the foundation degree? As
long as they have their hairdressing or beauty therapy and maths and English, they can come on.
Okay. And I suppose, Siobhan, I'll come to you. You're a course director for our foundation degree in tourism and hospitality management with specialisms, and it's accredited by Ulster University. So I suppose maybe you can tell us a bit about employer engagement and how it is so important within foundation degrees, but also in particular with the one that you manage.
When we were writing our foundation degree, one of the first ports of call was with our employers. So we met with various employers and asked them what they wanted to be included in the foundation degree and what skills did they want our students to be developed. We would also invite our employers in to meet our students as guest speakers. And we would also invite them in as well for our open evenings as well, and especially when we're running some events, we would invite our employers in to have a look at what the students are doing with regard to their workload and their assessments.
Okay, and is that the same within your foundation degrees? Did the employers tell us anything about the types of content that they would like to see within the programme?
Very much so. They were involved from the very beginning of writing of the programme, and what they saw were skills that were perhaps somewhat lacking. They identified the students at level 3 had practical skills, but there were other kitchen leadership, supervisory skills that needed to be developed.
Okay, and what type of modules did you develop?
So very much things focusing with menu designing, sustainability, obviously a very hot topic, even well-being and reflection in the kitchen. That was a number one priority that chefs recognised that had to be a focus. And I think overall our programme also then lends itself to the professionalism of the industry now and how that is seen as an important aspect.
Very good. And Kathleen, what about the hair and beauty?
Yeah, the hair and beauty employers were contacted also. We thought that we had our unit set, and then contacted them again and they says, oh, maybe add this in, and we listened and we added it in. So the employers will get staff after their foundation degree that are highly qualified and fit for industry.
And are there particular modules then that we have developed that are industry relevant that will give the students those higher level practical skills?
Yeah, so the hairdressing students and the beauty students will go down 2 different pathways. So the beauty students will do chemical peels, microneedling, laser hair removal, skin rejuvenation with laser. And the hairdressers will do advanced colour techniques and an introduction to trichology. So yeah, again, listen to the employers, and the units are all very relevant to what people are looking for now.
Okay, and would that be the same for yourself, Siobhan, in your programme?
Yes, we introduced, the students would study an introduction to hospitality and tourism, which is given an overview of the current industry. And we also introduced an event operations module, which is a practical element of the programme, and the students are able to plan, organise and execute an event from start to finish, because an awful lot of them like the idea of going and looking at employment within the events industry.
Very good. And I suppose then, from a student coming from our level 3 programmes, what do we do to support their transition from further education programmes to the higher education provision that we have?
There's a unit in our foundation degree that's academic and study skills, and it's great to teach the students how to properly write assignments and how to use how to do referencing properly, how to write journals, because when they come into us, you know, they're used to practical assessments and getting assessed online with multiple choice, so they need guidance on, you know, how to write properly.
And we would have worked with our academic reviewer and our external examiner to look at how to set the level of the level 4 modules and then moving forward into level 5 modules. And that was all very much considered of what the student would have at that level 3 and how to take the next step forward into a level 4.
Okay. And anything from yourself, Siobhan?
We would have tutorials, one-to-one support within the classroom, and we'd also use the HE mentors as well to come in and further support the students in developing their academic skills.
Okay, and then we also have a very comprehensive student services department as well that is there for any student who has support that they need, whether it's on their personal journey of learning or financial support as well.
And I think also our library facilities, our LRC facilities is very much geared towards supporting the student with the material that they need and having access to the different journals and periodicals and
just helping them to make that jump into more academic sort of type of higher education learning. Okay. And I suppose then in terms of teaching and learning, is there anything that we do in terms of making our students more engaged in teaching and learning, making the lessons more interactive?
Well, there's lots of different methods that are used, I think, but between the 3 programs that we have, you know, we have lots of peer learning, peer assessing. We would have presentations that they do. Industry visits, I think, would apply to all
guest speakers.
Conferences, external conferences, internal conferences.
And we listen to the students with the staff-student consultative meetings, and then what they say we listen to, and then make the changes to suit them.
Yeah, and that is probably something that we do try to do, is to make the lessons more interactive and more engaging, and engage with our employers who are our partners, and to give the students that real life experience. So assessment is something that's always very important for the students to know about. So do we use a range of different types of assessment methodologies within our foundation degrees?
Yes, we use within the foundation degree in hospitality and tourism, the students would make a pitch. They are assessed in their event planning, and as I said previously, they plan, organise and execute it from start to finish. We would use assignments, writing reports and exams as well. So it's all continual assessment.
Okay.
Yeah, and like for ourselves, we obviously have kitchen enlarger and patisserie practical elements, but we combine them then to suit our and blend with our event management modules, our sustainability, our land and sea modules, so that there's as much practical that can be built in where possible. And that's, I think.
So we do use a range of practical
Yes,
assessments and also assignments and exams as well. So we do try to consider the whole range of students' abilities in terms of their learning and in terms of giving them that variety of assessment. So it's not just all exam based.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there's certainly a variation, each module has approximately two assessments.
Mm-hmm.
And between all of the modules they will get a variety of assessment.
Okay. And I suppose work-based learning is a very important element of all foundation degrees. And I suppose, Siobhan, you have been through the work-based learning module for many years. So
Yes.
can you tell us maybe a wee bit about how work-based learning is integrated within your programme and the different types of employers that the students are placed with?
Okay, work-based learning is a compulsory part of the programme, and students will complete that in year 2 of semester 1, and it's a 12-week programme. And the students would go out to a wide variety of employers, both locally, nationally and internationally. And we would use visitor attractions, tourist information centres, hoteliers, travel agents, visitor attractions. Some students have been able to avail of placements in the airports. And during that time, they're with the employer, they're basically working with them. They would have a mentor as well within the work placement. And they complete 12 weeks, and during that time they will also complete a project, which is something that would be of benefit to both the employer and the students. Mm-hmm. And we've been very, very lucky, and a number of the students have actually secured employment due to the work-based learning that they've undertaken. So, and we have excellent industrial links with them as well.
Very good. So that helps the students to put their learning into practice. And really to enhance that learning as well. And then afterwards, what type of jobs would the students hope to get?
Well, in the past we have one student of ours, we've had a number of students that are working with airlines. One girl in particular is now working with Emirates out in Dubai. They would range from local travel agents, tourist information centres, visitor attractions, hotels, local restaurants. The world's their oyster. Once they have a foundation degree, can carry them anywhere in the world. And we have one student who completed his work placement in Vancouver Island and has got his Canadian citizenship from working there. So he's actually now come working out on Vancouver Island in a resort called Tofino.
Very exciting. Yeah. And what about, Sarah, maybe with the students that in a couple of years' time when they graduate, what type of job opportunities would they hope to get?
Well, very much, we can apply the jobs to the industry as we know it, the restaurants, the hotels, but they can take that off further and they can go in then to start to explore product development and working with some of the larger food manufacturers. And very much the programme, again, due to some of the modules that are embedded in it, will allow for some innovative and entrepreneurial application for anybody wishing to start up their own business as well.
And can students progress their learning if they come to us with a foundation degree? What next for them? Employment will be important, but is there any further study that the students can hope to progress to?
Our programme is validated by Ulster University, so on completion of their foundation degree with us, they can progress to either year 2 of the Ulster programme, or they can complete a bridging module over the summer, and then they can progress on to the final year of the honours degree. So instead of their degree taking 4 years, they're getting their foundation degree and honours in 3 years. They can also progress over to England as well with regard to some of the other institutes and their final year.
I suppose that would be the same for your programmes as well. It lends itself to progression to a top-up degree. Mm-hmm. Okay. So thanks you everybody for listening. I hope we've been able to give you a flavour for some of the university accredited provision that we have within the school, which complements our other provisions such as the level 4 and level 5 in sports massage, which is an excellent course to, I suppose, further your skills development in that particular area. If you need to speak to us and get any more information, please go to our website at www.swc.ac.uk to make an application, or indeed to find out any more information from our 3 course directors that we have here for you today. Thank you.